Dear International Exchange and Visiting Students of Fall 2021, my name is Sang-mi Jo, Vice President for International Affairs of Ewha Women's University. It is with much pleasure that I stand here to congratulate you on the successful completion of a study abroad semester at Ewha. Your cohort is especially meaningful to me as you are the first group to have come to Ewha during my tenure as the Vice President for International Affairs. As I followed your journey at Ewha, I can sincerely say that I am extremely proud of all of you for your accomplishments. During the times of pandemic era, we are currently going through unprecedented changes, which have thrown us off track in so many ways. There are many things that I miss. For example, I wish I could have greeted you all in person back in March. I wish I could be giving each of you your certificate of completion one by one and saying goodbye to you personally instead of through a video. However, if there is one thing that I have realized, it is that there is still so much to be grateful for. I'm grateful that you are all able to come to Ewha and experience a whole new exciting life that may not come again. I'm grateful that you, along with many other Ewha students, bravely and openly continue to your academic studies, even with the global challenges all of us had to experience. Most importantly, I am grateful that we all managed to remain healthy and well through the end. I have no doubt that your experience in and outside of classroom will have a meaningful impact in your academic and personal life. I sincerely hope that studying at Ewha will expand your vision of the world when you return home to start another chapter in your life. Before we part, I would like to remind you that although your time here was short, you are as much as Ewhaian while you are physically leaving the campus. Please don't forget that you are now part of your Ewha community and will always be welcome back. On behalf of the Office of International Affairs, I bid you farewell and wish you all safe travels back home and all the best in your days ahead. Congratulations on your successful journey. Thank you.
So I decided to come to Ewha basically because I've always wanted to do my exchange in Asia, and I think Korea has always had like something that, I don't know, I've always wanted to come to Korea. So I looked up what partnerships my home university had in Korea, and I saw Ewha, and actually I googled Ewha on the internet and I saw the campus and I loved it. So and its location, because it's in the center of Seoul, it's not like 2 hours away from Seoul. And that was also a plus point. And I asked around, and everybody who went to Ewha had a great time and a great experience. So I chose Ewha. I prayed for them to let me go to Ewha, and it worked. So very happy.
So I decided to come to Ewha because I searched for a university that could reflect my own values. And the empowerment of women is really important for me, so I looked for a university that could embrace my own values. Also because one of my professors in my own university comes from Ewha, so I was really interested about it in the first place. And I made some research, watched some YouTube videos, so I really become fond of it.
So I choose to go to Ewha because last year in my home university, an Ewha student came to my university and I became her buddy. We became close friends, and she was like, oh, you should come to Ewha, because in my home university, the third year, it's mandatory to go abroad. So I was like, oh sure, because you're gonna be there and I really want to learn about Korea and Korean. So oh yeah, sure.
Besides many things, I really enjoyed spending time on campus. I think Ewha has one of the most beautiful campuses I've ever seen in my life. And in addition to that, the coffee culture, like going to cafes and actually study, taking lectures, something I really enjoyed, especially due to COVID. A lot of classes have been online, so that made it very nice and different to just go to different cafes every single day, enjoy the lectures. One of my favorites is, for example, Ewha Cafe. You have a wonderful view over the city and you look directly on the campus.
To me, the most exciting part in Ewha, especially in classes, is the fact that as a student, your reflections are considered valid. For example, I'm from Europe, and in Europe, you go to the class, you listen to the teacher, and the teacher says, "Oh, I have the knowledge. You're just a student. You just listen to me." And I really like this when you can have like debates with all the students, but also with the teacher, and you see that the teacher is also learning from you. And to me, it's very exciting.
So my favourite subjects while I've studied here in Ewha have been one that's called NGOs and International Cooperation, and another one that's called Case Studies in Trade Disputes. And the first one is really interesting because obviously it's all about international cooperation and how NGOs work, because people think they're so simple, and no, they're really complicated, and you have to study and know a lot to create an NGO and for it to function well. And that's something that I always thought, because I study law and international relations back home, so I always thought I'm going to be a lawyer, and once I'm a very good lawyer I want to work in this NGO, international cooperation world. But obviously I just knew about NGOs, what everybody knows. I didn't know much. I've never studied and analysed them, so this course has been amazing to like focus, and actually I've re-decided that I really want to work in this NGO world. And the other subject, Case Studies in Trade Disputes, that was really interesting. First of all, because my professor knows so much, and that's really cool, listening to someone who knows so much. And it's a different type of studying, because normally in Spain you study with books and you study and you memorize and then you have an exam and that's it. Here it was just casual conversation with obviously facts, and we had to read documents and everything, but it was just conversation and talking. And I actually think I've learnt maybe the same that if I had studied this at home, memorizing, but way more easier.
My favorite course was definitely Strategic Management with Professor Lin. The reason is because it was just a perfect blend of conveying the theory behind the concepts and then also being us able to practically apply what we've learned in class, with case studies, with presentations, vivid discussions within the classes. And on top of that, it was just very easy for us because we could freely choose between either like watching pre-recorded lectures, attending the Zoom meeting online, and after it was possible, we were even able to attend the classes in person. And that just made everything very convenient. Everything was very well organized, which, in sum, just made it the best course I attended here.
I'm really happy for the courses that I chose to attend, because every one of them gave me so much about my background and also to improve my skills. In particular, the Korean course really helped me to improve my skills and be more confident about my Korean. And also other courses were really interesting because there weren't really something that I could find in my home university. So I was really happy to learn new things. About the differences between the courses here and back in my home country, actually there are more assignments, I would say, and also group projects, which I really didn't find in my home country. And also I think that exams are really easy to sign up for them, because in my home country there's really a schedule. You can you have to sign up for them, and if you cannot manage to do that, you can really attend the exam. And also the fact that I came here in the second semester, the fall semester, but actually my own country is the first semester of the school year.
I suppose what I'm going to miss more about Ewha is, I actually don't know. I think a bit of everything. First of all, the friends I've made here, and plus we're international friends, so I don't know where I'm going to see them again. So that's a bit sad, but anyway, at least we have like contact, like our contacts, and we can talk through Facebook or whatever. What else? The food, obviously. Actually, the campus. The campus is amazing, and in autumn, for example, coming here to study and then taking a break and taking a walk with friends, that was really good. And just the whole experience of living in Korea, studying at Ewha Women's University, being a foreign student, I don't know, I miss everything. This experience is an experience that I'll remember all my life.
What I will really miss of Ewha is first of all the group body activities, because it was my first approach to Korea and to make new friends, and also it helped me to like new other places to visit and also the food to taste. And I will also miss to attend classes because it was really funny and I really enjoyed my time there. And I will also miss Korea in general because it was a country that really like stuck into my heart. I was able to visit many places, also outside of Seoul, and I was really happy to see a new reality besides my own one.
First of all, don't be afraid. The language barrier is real, but with today means Google Translate, it will be super easy to get along here. People are helpful. The second tip is get in touch with as many locals as possible. This will just not only help you to get an understanding of what daily life looks over here, but also to learn more about their culture. And you will definitely get the best recommendations for food and what to do. Just a quick example, together with a friend we signed up for an expat handball team. There of course are some internationals, but also some locals joining the team. We actually participated in a handball tournament competing against other Korean teams, which was super fun. Had a really, really good time. And as I said, get in touch with locals and try as much food as possible.
I suppose my recommendation to other foreign students that come here to Ewha, first of all, take out the maximum you can from your peace buddy. They're here to help you and they are adorable. I suppose, well, I've only met a few peace buddies, but they're the best and they can help you with everything, from helping you with like the course registration to helping you put washing machines to anything. So showing you around, they're the best and they're so welcome to help. And then try to get more involved and speak to and make friends with people from here, like get into the culture. I suppose it's easier for us international students to stick with our international students and just speak to them, but if you talk to Korean people and your classmates here at Ewha, at the beginning it might be a bit more difficult because of the language, and like I tend to speak very fast and maybe they don't understand, but if you jump that barrier, you can meet so many good friends and keep in contact. Super important to keep in contact and friends forever.
I would like to say to future students two things. First of all, to join as many university activities as possible. In the future, hopefully the COVID situation will improve, so there will be many more opportunities for them to join and live the campus life. So I would recommend to join clubs and student activities. And second of all, as a Korean language student, I would recommend all the students to approach the Korean language and try to speak the language with, of course, native people, but also with international people, because it's really how you can meet the culture and learn a new language on the place.
For future exchange students, I'm gonna recommend to have a good internet connection to pick classes, because I was in France when I wanted to pick my classes and my connection was bad, and also to really take a close look to the number of the class, make no mistake, because it's literally a war to take the spots in the classes. And also, I would say do not be afraid to live outside the campus because you can meet all the kind of people in Korea and your experience is gonna be like bigger and very interesting. And even don't shy away to live a bit far and like not in any university place. Like for instance, I live in a place where there's just people who come from work to home, and it's very nice.